welcome back. It often comes up in the comments and I get quite a lot of emails about this. What should I buy first? If you're setting up a joinery business, should you get a track saw or a table saw, and which is best? And do you need to have both, or just is one of them going to do the job? So I'm going to pit the two of them up against each other. In this video we're going to do two identical cuts. The cut's going to be 380 millimeters wide, so we're making a board 380 mil. We're starting with two identical MDF boards and we're going to go from the same standing start with both of them. And to make it fair, I'm going to include all the time needed to get the track saw out and everything I need, and the time to put it away. Basically, this is the starting point. So over in the yellow corner, we have got my trusty DeWalt 745 table saw. It is the workhorse of my workshop, fitted with a 60-tooth Freud blade, and nothing is set up on it other than the blade height is already set for 18mm cuts. And over in the green corner we have the awesome Festool TS55, probably one of the most popular track saws on the planet. We'll chat a little bit more about which is best afterwards, and we'll also compare the accuracy of the cuts as well. 3, 2, 1, go! So there you have it, pretty much as expected. But, and a big but, if I had to buy one of them and only one of them, I would get the track saw. The track saw will give you far more versatility of different types of cuts. You can do pretty much every type of cut that you can do on a table saw, you can do on a track saw, but not the other way around. The biggest limitation of the table saw, certainly with a 745, about the widest cut you can do safely is about 500mm wide, whereas on a track saw you can cut a board of literally any width because it doesn't work like that. If possible though, and you've got somewhere to set it up, whether it's portable on a job site, and this is a job site table saw, I've got the mobile stand for it and whatnot, but if possible I would have both of them because both have their uses in different scenarios. The table saw is amazing for repeat cuts, accurate repeat cuts. So if you've, especially for narrow stock, anything less than 500mm wide, you can get the saw set up and just blast boards through it really quickly, much quicker than you can do it with the track saw for setting up the cut every time. Even if you've got an MFT and flag stops and various things to get your board width all set, I think it's still going to be substantially quicker with the table saw. In terms of the accuracy of the cuts, well, let's have a look. So the board on the right here, this was done with a track saw, this was done with a table saw. Let's check them. So the track saw, I would say I've managed to get the cut to within probably less than 0.5 millimeter of the 380mm. It's not quite on the line, but it's pretty close. You know, you're taking into account the width of the pencil mark you're using at the end of the day. Maybe you could have got it more accurate if you made the mark with a knife instead of a pencil mark, but that was a sharp pencil I was using. The cut with a table saw is bang on 380. Let's see if it is, see how consistent it is. Really consistent as well, 380 all the way up. You see this, I've managed, somehow I'm 380 at the top. I mean, there's not a lot in it, 0.2 of a millimeter. It's so close. But technically, the table saw cut is marginally more accurate than the track saw cut. In terms of the quality of the cut, there is literally no difference in the quality of the cut at all. So, accuracy wise, both very accurate. There's so little in it. Honestly, if I did the cuts again, maybe the track saw cuts would end up being more accurate than the table saw cuts. There's so little in it, you know, once you get into fractions of a millimeter. As I say, the key thing with the table saw is that once it's set up, you can just run repeat cuts through it really quickly, whereas the setup time with the track saw just takes a little bit longer. But the things the track saw can do that the table saw absolutely can't do. One of the great things about the track saw is that I very rarely use my jointer these days, because you can get jointable boards from a track saw cut and it'll be guaranteed dead straight. As long as your tracks are straight, the cut will be 100% straight. So if you're needing to joint boards together for glue-ups, it kind of makes the jointer a little bit redundant now. I still use the planer thicknesser side of it, but I very rarely use the jointer side now because it's much easier to do the jointing from just big long track saw cuts. The other thing with the table saw is that it's impractically big for a lot of different situations. So mine lives in the workshop almost, I would say 99% of the time. There's the odd job where I've taken it to site, but I mean, it's pretty heavy and cumbersome to pack up into the truck and whatnot. Great if you're set up for mobile working, maybe get the battery one and go down that route. But for me, I tend to do all of my table saw cuts in the workshop, whereas the track saw, I can easily take that to site. Obviously, cutting thin stock is a little bit tricky on the track saw because you run into problems of how the stock's going to get supported and held in place properly, whereas thin cuts on the table saw tend to be a little bit easier. So you can go down, you know, pretty much as thin as the push stick that you're going to be using to push the piece through the table saw. That leads on to a very important topic though, and it is safety. The track saw is much, much safer to use than the table saw. The likelihood of getting kickback or any sort of fatal injury from a track saw, the blade's pretty much self-contained inside the unit. You'd really have to make a sustained effort to hurt yourself with it. Not saying it's not possible. Take care, folks. But the table saw, you've obviously got risks of kickback, you've got risks of hurting yourself on the blade, you've got to have a push stick to push the work through. So safety-wise, the track saw wins hands down. Dust collection, much of a muchness. I would say once you've got dust set up on both of them, I'll get about the same amount of dust from each. Remember as well, with a table saw, you're referencing off whatever edge is resting up against the fence. So if that edge isn't already perfectly straight, then you're going to have problems and you're going to have to come up with some sort of solution to give yourself a straight edge to work from. You never want to be following a bendy edge piece of wood against the fence. You run the risk of all sorts of horrible things happening. So you've got to start off with a straight edge somehow, whether you're going to somehow screw another straight edge onto the board to straighten it up. Whereas a track saw, by its very design, gives you a straight edge, and it doesn't matter what shape the board is to start out with, because the track saw will happily, it's not referencing off any edge, it's referencing off the track. So that is another major benefit of the track saw. And of course, you can theoretically make infinitely long cuts, or as has been discussed in the comments, at least the length of the circumference of the earth. And I suppose you can theoretically do infinitely long cuts on the table saw, but it's going to be much harder because you're going to be feeding the piece through the saw instead of moving the saw over the piece. So there you have it. I hope you found that useful. Pop in the comments below what you think you should get first if you're just setting up a joinery business. For me, I would say get the track saw first. Get used to using that. You can use it in so many different situations. Also, I would suggest building yourself an MFT from day one because they are very, very useful. It's one of the things I kind of wish I'd built into this workshop from day one. I am going to be adding an MFT at some point, but I'm going to have to kind of rearrange things to fit that in. There's links to all of the products discussed today in the description. You can also go on to gosforthhandyman.com and find all of the products on there. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, and you can hit that bell icon thing if you want to be notified of new videos when they come out. For now, I shall leave you in peace. I shall see you next time.